been a while. It has been a hot minute since I've been out. What's up, YouTube? KidMoto22 here. And I am coming to you guys today from one of the last probably nice fall evenings I'm gonna have for a while. Our weather changes pretty fast here, and so you really got to get out and take advantage of the last few nice days of the season that you might have. So I thought I'd get out tonight and see if I can't get a motovlog in and talk to you guys a little bit. So what I want to talk to you guys today about, the topic I had in mind, was I was going to give you my full review of my Memphis Shades 17-inch shield. So yeah, let's talk about that today. So welcome back, everybody. KidMoto22 here, and I'm coming to you guys today with a little bit of different view. I got a little bit of different camera setup going on. So I'm motovlogging today with my GoPro Hero 9. I just got it. I just got my motovlog set up for it, and we're gonna give it a shot today and see how it turns out. And we're gonna talk about this Memphis Shades 17-inch windshield that I have. So I told you guys, I think prior to me going on my trip to South Dakota, that I was going to get the larger shield, that the 15-inch shield for Memphis Shades was not going to be the shield that I wanted to run for long distance trips. I was getting some wind buffeting on the top of my helmet, especially at highway speeds. That was bothersome. The 15-inch shield, really for around town and for pretty much anything else I was going to use it for, was really going to be perfect. It wasn't going to cause any problems for me. I wasn't going to have any issues with it. However, I do spend a fair amount of time commuting, and I spend which is, you know, almost all highway miles for me. I have about a 35-mile commute, and so I spend it, like I said, I spend a fair amount of time commuting, and so I want to make sure that I have the right shield, the right wind protection for that. And beyond commuting, it was going to be for my trips, so I wanted to make sure that I had the right shield set up for my trips. So I contacted Memphis Shades. They sent me out the 17-inch shield, and so I want to make sure that I give this shield my full review, because I did do a review of the Memphis Shades versus wind splitter, because I had the Harley Davidson wind splitter prior to this, and I did a review of this Road Warrior fairing with the 15-inch shield versus the wind splitter. And so, to be fair, and I'll put a card up here, but to be fair, I wanted to do a review of this shield because this is probably going to be the shield that I run for the majority of the time. I may swap out the 15-inch shield if I know that I'm going to be doing a significant amount of just local riding in town without a whole lot of highway time. But for the most part, I'm probably going to run this 17-inch shield, I would say, all the time. The reason why is this shield provides me with the best wind protection, and I'll kind of get into more of that right now. So the 17-inch shield is the tallest shield offering for Memphis Shades. Everybody always asks when you're going to do that how tall you are, and I'm 6'3", and I would say that I carry most of my height probably in my legs. My body is still, obviously, when you're 6'3", you're above average in height, so my body's still long, my arms are still long, and so for me, The 15-inch shield provided perfectly adequate wind protection except for right up towards the top of my helmet. The top of my helmet, I was still getting some buffeting, and I really only noticed that at highway speeds, but it was enough to make it bothersome, and so I wanted to make sure that I addressed that issue. And so addressing that issue essentially for me meant getting a taller shield. And so I went with the 17-inch shield, which is, again, like I said, the tallest shield that Memphis Shades makes. And so I ran it on my trip to South Dakota. And so that trip to South Dakota was 7 days and about 2,300 miles. So since then, I've probably put on 200 to 300 more miles. So I'd say I've got, you know, just under 3,000 miles on the 17-inch shield. So I'd say that's a fair number of miles. And with the riding that I did, to be able to give a full assessment as far as I'm concerned about the usefulness of the shield. So for my use, the 17-inch shield is absolutely, positively the perfect shield for the Road Warrior fairing and for my use in terms of how I like to ride. So it's going to be the shield that I'll run on all of my trips, and will also be the shield that I would run, you know, 99% of the time. Like I said, it's providing adequate wind protection for me for my highway riding. It's providing me adequate protection for me in my in-town riding. And it pretty much took away the buffeting that I was experiencing with the 15-inch shield. So the extra 2 inches just pushed that air just up over my helmet. I would say that I probably still, if I'm hitting a straight headwind, I'm still probably getting some wind on the crown of my helmet, but I do not think, or do not feel at least, that's causing me any, you know, any issues with buffeting or anything like that. It is absolutely the perfect shield for my application. So I would say that if you're a rider of, in my opinion, if you're 5'11" or taller, you're really going to probably want the 17-inch shield if you're looking for something that's going to push that air up above your helmet. If you live in a hot weather environment and you really like that airflow, obviously you might want to go with a shorter shield, but for me, the 17-inch shield is where it's at. Now, I do know that there are other styles of motorcycles that are going to change that wind because of the front light nacelle and the shape of the bike, the shape of the front end. So on a Road King special with a Road Warrior fairing, and obviously I have a T-bar set up, the 17-inch shield is what I needed to push that air up over my head. And so essentially there you go. That's, you know, kind of the long and short of it. The, you know, kind of the dirty version is the 17-inch shield is where it's at. Again, you could refer to my my last video that I talk about the Road Warrior versus the Wind Splitter, and again, I made no secret to the fact that I chose the Road Warrior for aesthetics. And if you saw my video, and I'll put a link to my video of my walk around of my fairing, you'll see why I chose a fairing as opposed to a windshield in terms of aesthetics, is because I like the look of a fairing. I especially like the look of a custom painted fairing, which I do have on my bike now. I had the Road Warrior fairing and my handguards custom painted to match my bike, and they absolutely positively fit the aesthetic that I'm going for on my bike. And so at the end of the day, this is exactly what I was looking for. The setup, the custom paint, the whole nine is really what I've been looking for in terms of my look and what I want to run on my bike. And so that's about all I got for you today on the 17-inch shield. If you have any questions on the shield, my height, anything like that, again, just hit me up in the comments below. If you like what I'm doing, you can give me a thumbs up. You can hit me in the comments below. Again, if you have any questions on anything related to the Memphis Shades Road Warrior, I've been running it now for essentially this full season. I've ran the 15-inch shield for the first half of my season, and I ran the 17-inch shield for the second half. I did trips with both of the shields. So I did about a 1,000-mile trip with the 15-inch shield, and I did a 2,500-mile trip with the 17-inch shield. So I would say that I have a good authority on which one is going to work for me, and which shield is offering the best wind protection for my height and for my bike. So if you have any questions, let me know. If you like what I'm doing, you can hit the subscribe button, and I'll put links to my channel here, and I'll put another link to another video that you might be interested up here. Thank you guys again. This is Kid Moto. I'm out.